That's the sentry I just destroyed there. I should have made one really in this game just to show you what that can do. But it didn't turn out that way. I'll have to do that later. At another game. He's getting very desperate at this point. He's brought out all these probes against multiple stalkers. There's no way he's going to kill them all, especially if I'm microing them. He's lost almost all of his probes at his main. And I've still got a very strong army. Very confident I can take this now. As you can see, he's also got 2 gateways and a cybernetics core. Trying to go for the stalkers, but it's just too late now. That expansion has cost him at big time. The photo cannon in his base there is... oh, that's a immortal, by the way. Very, very strong unit. It costs 250 minerals and 100 Thespian gas. You buy it from a robotics facility. It packs quite a punch, and any damaging attacks over 10 damage made against it will only do 10 damage. So even if you hit it with 40 damage, it will still only do 10 damage as long as it's got its shields up. So it's very good against siege tanks as such, but not that great against stalkers, so it didn't really pay off for him trying to get those immortals. As you can see, I took out the pylons there to disable his gateway so he can't make any more zealots or stalkers, which are really the real threats. The immortals aren't so much of a threat to me at this point. After that, I took away the cannon. I'm just sending a stalker down there just to make sure I can check on the minimap when I'm looking at other things that he isn't attacking me. I'm sending more units up. There you go, because you see, I take a lot of damage from those immortals. They're so expensive, you can't get enough of them to be a proper threat. And down goes his main. As you can see, if you look at the top right, my resources are starting to get a little bit out of hand now. I still don't have enough Thespian gas, really. But I've got way too many minerals, so what I would do is, as you can see, I'm starting to pump out zealots here. But I should have been doing that earlier, so that I've always got my minerals about 500 or under. But that's all part of the learning curve for the macros. Macro management. It's certainly something I'm not that fantastic at. But if I can master that, I will be able to step up my gameplay big time in this game. Because Starcraft 2 depends on good macro management. One other thing I probably wanted to do, or should have done, is pay more attention to the chrono boost. Because it's easy to keep an eye on it early game, but once the game goes on, although not too bad there, it is still used up. It's quite easy to let it stack up to its maximum amount of 100, and then it's just useless from that point on, because if you're not using it, you know, it's always regenerating it, so you should always try and use it and never let it get to 100. It's a very good ability. In my head I'm thinking, why hasn't he left yet? Has he got something particularly special coming up? There's a few immortals there which make me think, well, he's spent 750 minerals and 300 Thespian gas on that, so it ain't cheap. Maybe he has starport down there. Maybe. Maybe he's got some sort of secret unit, special unit that could obliterate me. You know, I'm like 90% sure I've won this, but there's always that 10% doubt that something's just going to come out and just absolutely destroy everything I got, and I'm just going to, my jaw's just going to smack on the floor. But looking at that, from what my minimap is telling me, you know, he can't possibly have much. I'm even getting a third expansion now, just to guarantee the win. I don't want that probe to find that, so I'm going to make sure that probe dies, just by sending a stalker off to the left as well and a zealot, just in case he did try to bolt off to the left. It's not like he can do much about my expansion. I want to try and cut him off at the ramp here and finish this if I can. That way I don't have to fight this army that he's got in his base with those cannons. So he's really messed up here. If he had any chance of coming back, it would involve him not leaving his base at that particular moment. As you can see, he's completely pushed into a corner, and all of his units are going to die. Here you see a few starports, and I'm going to start bringing in the void rays. Some expensive units, try and use up some of those minerals. just checking that I've got everything on the minerals and everything on these simulators. You should approximately try to have about 14 to 16 probes on the minerals and 3 probes on each simulator. As far as that's how I play it anyway. I might be wrong, but it seems to work for me. That way, if you have about 14 to 16 probes on the minerals, you usually have like two and a bit to each mineral. So as one's bringing the minerals back, the other one's going in to gather some. So it's always flowing. You can see there's some void rays in my base, and I'm also going to be bringing out the mothership. Now what you need to do is, if you can get the mothership, which requires you to get starport, then a fleet beacon after that, then you can get it from your Nexus. But when you start building from your Nexus, you should really save your chrono boost for it, because the quicker you can bring out that mothership, the quicker you can seal the game. It is the ultimate Protoss unit. And unfortunately, I'm going to spoil it a bit, but you won't get to see it, because the game ends just before it comes out. So maybe another time I'll show you that. As you can see on the minimap, he's trying to make a break for it to the middle. Not really sure where he's going with that. I'm aware of it, but I'm not really sure what he's thinking. I suppose he's got nothing left to lose now. Got void rays there. I'm going to try and focus the immortals there since they have the most HP. Void rays do more and more damage the longer they're spent on the target. So that's why you use those for immortals. And that's the GG there. I hope you enjoyed the game, and I'm just going to quickly show you afterwards. It will show you me looking around. Here you can see the score summary, the economy breakdown, and the build order. Fantastic little features, because you can see everything about the game basically. So yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this, and I aim to bring out a lot more. Please subscribe, rate and comment. Thanks again for watching, and bye.